Hello, this is Ibra from KK. Today I'm here to talk about one of the main reasons why a lot of you farmers are having very many challenges with your productivity. For the most part, a lot of people have been contacting me with the same problem, especially with my layers farmers. So I thought about it and I was like, why don't I just make a video about it once and for all so that we have this covered. Reasons for low productivity in our layers flock. Number one, environmental factors. One of the main reasons when it comes to the environmental factors is high humidity and high temperatures. You realize some people have farms in areas that have very high humidity and high temperatures, which definitely, of course, affects these birds because they can never be comfortable in their laying environment. Number two, excessive lighting. You realize that some people do not even know the standard lighting that they're supposed to be providing their birds per day. And at the end of the day, you realize that a farmer may also be put in a position whereby they align their structure in a very wrong way, in that when the sun is rising, the sun rays hit directly into the chicken house. Hence, these birds can never really give you the best production in such an environment. We look at number three, ventilation. There are very many cases where I've been to certain farms and you realize that people are not having the best ventilation in place, and I don't really know why most farmers do not take time to ask professionals before you take time to really construct so much money into constructing a chicken house. The next thing I'm going to be going to is nutritional factors. Insufficient feed, guys. There are very many scenarios whereby I've been to farms and then a person asks me why their birds are not performing, and the first thing that with their mixing formulations. And it's very funny that when you look at the mixing formulations some of the farmers use, it very much correlates to the reason why a person's birds are not laying, because the nutrients in that feed are not balanced at all. Either you're giving those birds too much maize bran, or you're giving them too much broken maize, or you're not putting enough concentrate, or the limestone source that you're using is not really sufficient for those birds to really give you the best productivity. So please keep that in check. The second thing that I would really consider is water quality. I've been to quite a number of farms and I realized that people that have wells dug into their farms don't really take so much caution in trying to ensure that their water is actually clean, free from any kind of bacteria that could bring about infections in their birds. Try to ensure that even after you dig that water up from the well, at least put some bit of disinfectant to ensure that you have a clean water source to remove all sorts of bacteria that could bring about infections in your layers flock. Hence, you would be expecting the best productivity in those birds. Health issues. Various diseases in your flock will definitely bring about a cut in your production. Never expect a laying flock to give you the best production when they are sick. They could be having respiratory issues or coccidiosis related issues or any kind of other infection out there. Guys, once your birds are having any infection, never expect the best productivity. Something else that I really want to mention is when your birds are put in a state where they're uncomfortable or they are put in a lot of discomfort, never expect the best production. That should actually be at the back of your mind. In times where you find that you're walking through your poultry house and you realize that you're seeing some injured birds, try to look for the cause of the injuries, but during the time that could also explain why some of your birds have not been giving you the best production for the last few weeks or few days. Then the management factors. Guys, this one is very key. Like that sometimes your birds could be getting stress from poor handling from your workers. Guys, this is something to really pay so much close attention to, because once it's done right, it will either give you high results or there is a downside to it, right? The other thing I really want to put emphasis on is biosecurity. For this, at least every farm that I go to that does not really put biosecurity into practice, for those that know me, I don't really take the risk. I take the passion to really look at these birds through the surface. This is, I really feel comfortable and not go any further, because anything can happen. You don't really need to have 1,000 birds for you to ensure that you have proper biosecurity at the farm. It can start from as low as possible, 100, 200, 300, 400, or even 500 birds. Then other considerable factors like age and breed genetics should also be paid attention to, because, for example, The times whereby I've seen farmers complain about their birds not giving them production, and they forget that this bird has been laying for them for almost 1 year and a half, and they expect their birds to still be giving them the best production. A bird will literally give you progressive production until at a certain stage where the production curve just literally starts to drop to the downside. So you do not always expect your birds to give you production, especially after laying for a very long period of time. That's it, guys. Let's meet on the next one. My name is Ibra from KK Tulunda Nawe. Have a good night.